In Teacher Talk 22, we're going to practice finding inverses and verifying inverses. So remember that there's 4 steps when finding inverses, and the first one is to rewrite it so that y is equal to f of x. You're replacing your f of x with y. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to switch your x and y and solve for y. So we'll subtract 1, and then we'll divide by 5. Okay, you can leave it in the x minus 1 over, like x minus 1 over 5, or if you wish, you can change it to 1/5 x minus 1/5. You can do either one of those. And then the very last step is to rewrite it so that you know that it's the inverse. State that f inverse of x equals 1/5 x minus 1/5. Okay, on step 2, we're going to do the same thing. Number 2, okay, we're going to rewrite it so that it says y equals. Then we're going to switch x and y. And solve for y. To solve for y here, the radicals by itself. To solve for y here, the radicals by itself. So we're going to take both sides and square it. So we get x squared equals y plus 2. And then we're going to subtract the 2. Okay. And then state that f inverse of x equals x squared minus 2. To verify inverses, remember that you're going to do f of g of x and g of f of x and show that you get x both times. If you don't get x both times, then the answer is they're not inverses. And if you do get x both times, then they are inverses. Okay, so we're going to do f of g of x, which means we're going to do f of negative 3x, which means we're going to take 3 times negative 3x. When we do that, we get negative 9x, which is not, I don't know why I put in. Our goal was to get x, and we did not, so they are not inverses. I don't have to check the other one if one of them doesn't work. Okay. Lastly, when we're finding inverses of real functions where the variables are defined, we're not going to switch the variables. We're just going to solve for the other one. So just solve for d, which means isolate your d. Okay, so we should get q divided by 7.82 equals d. Okay, so that's the inverse function right there. Just solve for the other variable. And then it says use the inverse to find how many dollars are equivalent to 234.6 quetzales. So we're going to plug in 234.6 divided by 7.82. And we're going to end up with 30. It's dollars, so we're going to label it equals D.